Imagine, you are inside a dream, where time moves slowly, and every sound turns into a story. Keep your eyes closed, and let us begin. On a cold evening in a small village, a poor boy sat alone beside an old broken hut. His stomach was empty, and his heart felt even emptier. 10-year-old Raju had no parents. His mother had passed away when he was very young, and his father died in an accident. Since then, Raju lived alone, trying to survive by doing small jobs in the village. That night, the wind was strong and the sky was dark. Raju whispered softly, "I wish I had someone who loved me." Just then he heard a faint sound. Woof, woof. He looked around and saw a small, weak dog standing near a tree. The dog looked thin and hungry. Its fur was dirty, and its eyes were full of sadness. Raju slowly walked toward the dog. "Are you hungry too?" he asked gently. The dog wagged its tail slowly. Raju had only one small piece of bread that he had saved for dinner. He looked at the bread, then at the dog. For a moment he hesitated. Then he smiled. He broke the bread into 2 pieces and gave the bigger part to the dog. The dog ate it quickly and then looked at Raju with bright eyes. From that moment, something beautiful began. A new friendship. The next morning, Raju woke up and saw the dog sleeping near the door of his hut. "You stayed," Raju said with surprise. The dog happily wagged its tail. Raju laughed. "All right, from today your name is Sheru." From that day, Sheru never left Raju's side. When Raju went to the village to work, Sheru followed him. When Raju felt lonely, Sheru sat beside him. When Raju was sad, Sheru gently placed his head on Raju's lap. Slowly, the villagers began noticing their friendship. One shopkeeper said, "That dog is more loyal than many humans." Another villager smiled and said, "That boy may be poor, but he has a rich heart." Even though life was still hard, Raju felt happy now, because he was no longer alone. A dangerous day. One evening, Raju went to the forest to collect firewood to sell in the village. Sheru went with him as always. The forest was quiet and dark. Suddenly, Raju heard a strange sound in the bushes. Before he could react, a wild snake slithered out and raised its head. Raju froze in fear. The snake was ready to strike. But before anything could happen, Sheru jumped forward and barked loudly. "Woof, woof, woof." The dog stood bravely between Raju and the snake. The snake hissed angrily. For a moment, it looked like Sheru might get bitten. Raju shouted, "Sheru, come back." But Sheru did not move. He barked again and again, scaring the snake. Finally, the snake slowly slid back into the bushes and disappeared. Raju ran to Sheru and hugged him tightly. "You saved my life." Tears filled Raju's eyes. At that moment he realized something important. Sheru was not just a dog. He was family. A life-changing moment. Few days later, something unexpected happened. A rich businessman came to the village looking for workers. He saw Raju working hard near the market while Sheru sat beside him. The businessman watched them quietly. Later he asked Raju, "Why does this dog follow you everywhere?" Raju smiled and said, "Because he is my best friend. I shared my last bread with him when he was hungry." The businessman was touched by Raju's kindness. He said, "A boy who shares his last bread with a hungry animal has a very pure heart." He offered Raju a job at his farm and a small house to live in. Raju could not believe it. His life was about to change. A happy ending. Soon Raju started working at the farm. He worked hard every day. He finally had enough food, a safe place to live, and a better future. And Sheru. Sheru ran happily around the farm fields every day. The two friends who once slept in a broken hut now lived in a small but warm home. One night, Raju looked at Sheru and said, "If I had not shared my bread with you that day, maybe none of this would have happened." Sheru wagged his tail happily. Raju smiled. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness can change an entire life. Life lesson. Kindness always comes back to you in beautiful ways. Even a small act of love can change your future forever.